C.J. Perry, formerly Lana the Ravishing Russian, debuts for AEW. Now, in fact, instead of me just telling what happened, why don't you tell me what happened? Because you saw it, didn't you?
Okay, Miro, or Rusev, I still call him Rusev. But he's in AEW now, and he was listening, working with Hobbs. I forgot his first name.
Powerhouse
Hobbs. And they were banging around in there. And Hobbs, I guess the match was over, but Hobbs had the upper hand on Rusev or Miro. And out comes Lana. And this is what I've always hated about the coming to help their friend. In her case, it's her husband or close associate. She stops and poses, and they play the music, and she does this, and then she runs in. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. She's going to run in. What is she going to do? And she picks up a chair and hits Hobbs in the back. And Hobbs has that, oh, what is that? And then he turns around and it's Lana. And she's making a stand against Hobbs. Of course, that gives Miro time to pick up the chair. And then he hits Hobbs in the back a couple of times. Boom, boom, and he takes off. So, and then the end of it happened. And I didn't see this, but says that they left Lana and Rusev, they didn't leave together. So I'm thinking about it. There's no heat. There's no heat there. There's no angle there. The angle really now is with Lana and Rusev, Miro, because Hobbs, they hit him with a chair a couple of times and he left. So nobody's mad at him. They're more interested in what's going to happen with Miro and Lana now. So I don't know how they're going to get out of that. It's sometimes things, I think Hobbs should have got her, goozled her or something, then have Miro save her. And now she owes him something, and then they can leave the same way, but at least Hobbs has a little bit of heat on him. Hobbs has no heat now. So I don't know who came up with that angle, but it is what it is. So if you booked Hobbs versus Miro, it don't mean nothing now, unless you add somehow to add Lana in, and she'd have to come in. If you follow the story, she wouldn't go to the ring with him. She could probably come in at the end, and I don't know. It's a fucked up. Excuse my language. It's a messed up angle. If it was an angle, I don't know.
It's well, I think it's already been released that C.J. Perry has not got any sort of long-term deal with AEW, but having said that, she was released from WWE June the 2nd, 2021. So let's say we allow 3 months for a no-compete clause.
Mm-hmm.
Why has it taken the better part of 2 years for Tony Khan to actually hire her and bring her in? Because, I mean...
Because Miro wasn't active.
But why wasn't Miro active too? I mean, he was 2 years ago. He's been in AEW for 3 years, Rusev Miro.
Okay, she's had a 90-day no-compete clause.
So let's say that takes her to September 2021. And that would have been the time to strike while the iron's hot. So why leave it 2 whole years to finally bring in CJ Perry when, Miro's got basically no real momentum behind him because he'd been kept off TV so long?
Let me ask you a question. Since it's taken so long, what happened here? There it is. Since it's taken so long for her to show up in AEW, I mean, the same question you're asking, but what do they expect out of her now? I mean, a lot of people have forgotten most fans don't forget, but they still remember it, but they'd have to put that back together. The Miro and the Lana connection, they'd have to actually put that back together. So I think in her defense, I don't think she wanted to do it, is what I think. And she's like an influencer on YouTube or someplace. I think she was making good money doing that. So I don't think she really wanted to do it. So we'll see.
This was also the match where the crowd randomly started chanting about meat and chopping meat.
What does that mean?
I think it's because they're like two hosses getting in there and hitting each other hard, and then the crowd just made up a chant talking, like started to like chop that meat or something to that effect. So it's like, I can't imagine what they must have been thinking.
I thought they were talking to her.
No.
Chop that meat.
No.
I mean, you can put a lot of definitions to that. I won't, but I'm hearing that chop that meat. What the hell does that mean? So, and I really like to watch some of these videos or tapes as a fan, because now I'm questioning myself. You know, people say, oh, well, Dutch would know. I don't know shit. I don't know what that meant. So I went away saying, chop that meat. Chop. Well, it is kind of catchy. So anyway, but I don't know. So we'll see where they go.